Alright, tool groupies, today we're checking out this two-piece quick release lock and plier set from Kobalt Tools. So these are made in China from a chrome vanadium steel with corrosion resistant black finish. It does have some laser etched indicators and instructions, which is pretty unusual on the side of a tool. Comfort grips are good, but these grips always slide off and fall apart after any kind of steady or harsh use. So that's just from my experience with Kobalt lock and pliers in the past. Here we got a 6-inch long nose combination jaw plier with a curvature toward the rear of the jaw. It does have some sharp serrated teeth. The long nose portion of it, of course, is going to be a little bit finer than the curved section, and there's a wire cutting blade right here at the rear. This one's going to be able to grip smaller, rounder objects in that curved section of the jaw, and it's easily going to be able to cut smaller gauge wire and cable. But the long nose portion is what you're mainly going to be using this plier for, and it's great for confined spaces or flat materials. Now the 10-inch curved jaw plier, on the other hand, has some large serrated teeth for gripping round objects. It's also got that wire cutting feature on the rear of the jaw. If you're out here in the field and you need to grip something or cut some cables, something like that, it's going to work out just fine. Both of these pliers are equipped with a bolster style tension screw with knurling on the rear of it. You'll easily be able to set your tension on the jaws by gripping this with your fingers. You've also got a drilled hole so you can tighten it up with a screwdriver. You can utilize the 10mm hex on the 6-inch or the 15mm hex on the 10-inch. Bolster feature allows you to use sockets, wrenches, adjustable wrenches, pliers, and so forth. A lot of people will simply adjust the jaws on their pliers and then force them closed whenever they're trying to grip an object. Whenever you're locking the jaws onto something like that, you're going to be applying a lot of force to the handles and putting a lot of strain on your hands. In reality, you're supposed to secure them to the object nice and snug, but not over tighten them. And all you have to do is utilize that tension screw to apply force to the jaws themselves. Take something and tighten up on that tension screw until it's as tight as you want it to be. Then we get to the unique feature on this tool, which is the patented quick release feature. Now, these have your normal riveted joints and springs and things like that, but then we've got these large bulky steel plates on the side of it, a specially designed quick release button and spring assembly instead of a lever release. Now basically all you have to do is press in on the blue button, which does have some ridges on it for grip. Whenever you push in on that trigger, it releases the handle lock mechanism, which allows you to pull up on the handle, collapsing it down, releasing the tension from the jaws. The functionality of these lock and pliers overall does work. They're definitely effective, but they're not nowhere near as good as what the Irwin vice grips, the Milwaukee, the Bremen, the Klein, or other makes and models are. You gotta look at these for what they are. They're fairly cheap to buy. This quick release assembly is big and bulky, and there is a lot of jaw slop and movement. That's going to impact your gripping ability. It's also going to wear down the cheaper rivets over time. Considering all of that, my past experience with Kobalt's locking pliers, I can pretty well predict the fail points of these. They're made from cheap Chinese steel, and usually that means they're going to fail at the tension screw and teeth. Whenever you're applying frequent torque to these types of tools, the threads are eventually going to bind up. Now, if the thread weld isn't fully welded together and it's just pressed together, whenever you're applying force to these, it will separate. Then you got the tension bar. Usually this is something that's going to flatten out whenever you're applying tension to it over and over again. That in return is going to impact your jaw adjustment. And the money-making portion of this tool is going to be the gripping teeth themselves. Chinese steel does not do well whenever you got sharp serrated teeth and a harder material that they're gripping down on. They'll end up chipping off, dulling pretty quick, or outright round off. Until I can take these, test them in the field, loan them out to other tradesmen for some feedback, I can't tell you with certainty how well they're going to perform. All I can do is tell you based on my years of experience and knowledge that these will not do good for heavy use and abuse. And I doubt very seriously that they're going to survive moderate use and abuse on hardened steel. At the same time, they might do pretty great on softer materials and lighter duty tasks like basic do-it-yourself work or maintenance repair. They do have a lifetime warranty that's really easy to exchange these if they do fail. Since this is just my first impression video, I would like some feedback from you. If you've had these, comment down below, tell us about them, whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional. Until next time, all you have to do is pop that clutch, subscribe, follow along, and watch these tools get tested in the trades.